This is the GOODaaa 36,000 milliamp hour solar power bank. Let's take it out of the box. In the box, you get the welcome guide. They give you a carabiner that can be attached to it. I'll show you that in a minute. Charging cable. I know I said solar. Hang on. Charging cable here is USB-C to USB-C. So you would need a USB-C power source to charge it, but not exactly. Again, we'll go over that. That's just one option you have. So here it is. It's a power bank, okay? I mean, we know what these things are. It's got a bunch of nice features. Solar panel on here, so it can charge solar. We're going to talk about that more in depth later. Dual flashlight built in. There is a button over here. You can press and hold that for a few seconds, and it lights up. It does the trick for a power bank like that. It's bright enough for what it needs to be. Hold it again, it shuts it off. On the back, you got a whole bunch of stuff. You got a wireless charger, 4 cables, plus over here, this opens up. So you can charge a multitude of different devices here. Now, first off, like I said, this is 36,000 milliamp hours. Depends on your phone and or what other devices you're charging or anything like that as far as how many times it'll charge it. It might charge it 4 times, it might charge it 8 or even 9 times, depending on how the battery capacity is. Under the flap we'll start with, because that's easy. Standard, regular old USB port. You got your own cable that plugs in that, plug it in and go. Then you have a USB-C port. If you have your own USB-C cable and you want to charge it, you can do that plugging it in there. You can use the included cable for that if you have a USB-C power source like that, or you can use a C to A cable not included and plug it in that way. It also has micro USB over here, so if you have one of those old chargers, you can plug that in and have it charge. Remember, USB-C, of course, is bidirectional, so that means that you can charge it with that and also have it output over that instead if you'd like. On the back, you have a whole bunch of cables here. First, we said the wireless charging. I'll show you this in a bit. You have this type connector over here for those fruit phones. You have USB-C over here. You have micro USB over here. And then you got this funny looking one. The funny looking one is very simple. Let me put that down there for a second and go over here and grab a charger. One of these little plug-in jobbies, you know, one of these. We all got them around. And then what you can do is line up the pins, and on this, it's going to go this way. So go ahead and plug that in. And now you can plug this in to charge the power bank. So your plain old charger that you already have will work to charge it. I know you're saying, well, what about solar? You know, I'll just charge it. So we're going to get to that later. Let's test it out first. So here's a really old phone, and this has the micro USB on it. So we can plug that in over here. The port on this is not the greatest on this phone. There you go. It turns right on and charges just fine. And there's a nice little green indicator there as well. So we can do that. Then, of course, once I get this disconnected, I got a newer phone here. This uses USB-C like it's supposed to. So we got that right here. I'm going to plug that in. It's charging. Real easy. But what about wireless charging? Well, it's got that too. Let's fold these cables back in. You see how they just neatly tuck inside like that. Just get it straight and it'll go. And for wireless charging, we just sort of, well, let me turn the phone around. put it on there, and then you play the balancing game till you get it to charge. And there you go. It's charging. So that's all good right there. So you can wireless charge. Remember, still, you have your standard USB and a USB-C. By the way, battery level meter right there. And there's also a green light that will show here when it's solar charging. I know I keep telling you we're going to get to that, and we sure will in just one more moment. The carabiner can be attached right over here. There's a hook that folds out like that, and then it's your standard little keyring type jobby that you would attach to that, and that way you can take it with you. Okay, so we'll make believe that's attached, and you can clip it onto a backpack. Take it camping. Sounds great. I can take this, I can leave it at my campsite out on a picnic table or in a sunny window if I have a tent or a trailer or something like that, and let it charge up, and it'll do that, and then when I get back at the end of the day I can plug my phone in and it'll charge it right up. Unfortunately, that is not how the world works. It will solar charge just like it says, and there's even that green light on there, and if this were outside, that green light would be on. It would also be a little bit too bright for the camera to see it, but anyway, it will definitely solar charge. But it's going to take a long time. When I say a long time, I don't mean a couple hours. I don't mean a day. I mean, over the course of 5 days, it can kind of top it up. So you never want to rely on solar charging. Yes, it's still a great thing. It's free power. If you can leave this out and have it charge up by the sun, any power you get is free and helpful. So there you go. That's pretty much how it works. Never rely on it. Charge this like you would any other battery bank as such, but you can rely on the solar when that really is truly all you have. You will get some power in there. And by the way, the flashlight, this can run the flashlight for up to 100 hours on a full charge. That's pretty much it. It's a basic power bank with a lot of connections, a lot of different connections. All the cables are built in, so this is really nice to have, not only for taking camping or hiking, maybe on a bike ride, something like that. If you go on vacation, stay at a hotel, and people have different phones, Sally has an iPhone, but Billy has one that charges using USB-C, and somebody else has a micro USB. You can plug it in that way, and everybody can charge that way. There's still the other USB-C port over there you can use the included cable with, or the USB-A port. And again, if you have an old micro USB cable that you want to plug in to charge it, you can do so right there. So it's very versatile in that regard and holds really a lot of power in there. The solar charging, like I said, is a nice touch, but again, there's only so much that it really can do, so you do want to be cautious about relying solely on that. Otherwise, once again, this was the GOODaaa 36,000 milliamp hour solar power bank. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.